Hi everyone, Natasha here, and around my home today I am in my office. It is late afternoon and I'm actually watching a beautiful sunset outside the window next to my desk, and I'm excited because I have the January Deluxe subscription box from Jane's Agenda to share with you today. So stay tuned for that and welcome to my office. Merry Christmas. I hope you're enjoying this holiday weekend. We have had several holiday gatherings with family. We have another one tomorrow. And then, of course, Christmas morning is right around the corner. So we're all getting very excited for that. I'm excited too because amidst all of the fun and present opening and delicious food and time with family and friends, my Jane's Agenda January Deluxe subscription box arrived. So that was like a little extra bonus. And I haven't had much time in my planner lately, just with all the busyness of the holidays, which is totally fine. But getting this box has me excited to dive in once we kind of get through the holiday busyness and we kind of settle into that after Christmas lull where things slow down and we're just working on cleaning up and putting away gifts and whatnot. So let's take a look at what comes in the deluxe subscription box from Jane's Agenda for the month of January. So if you're not familiar, the way their subscription box works at Jane's Agenda is they will ship the box out around the 18th of the month for the coming month. So this box is arriving mid to late December, and it'll have all of the January subscription box items in it. So that way we can all set up our planners ahead of time and get ready for the coming month. So I do the deluxe subscription box. There are three options. There's one where you can just get the cover club. So it's a cover and a few other little accessories for your planner. Or you can do the lifestyle subscription box. So that's going to be more of your inserts and extra accessories and things for your planner. And of course, this deluxe version has it all together. So let's take everything out. We have a beautiful little January card on the front. We're going to move the box aside and dive in. So as usual, I have taken out all of the cellophane packages so that I can just go through each item for you. So this is the card that comes in the January box, and it just talks about kind of kickstarting our financial awareness for the month of January. And then the back walks through the items. There also is now a QR code you can scan, and that takes you to the subscription section of their website. And there they guide you through each item more specifically, what it's for, how they intended it to be used, different things like that. So we're going to set this aside for now, and then we'll look at each item. So first off, we'll start with this little package of goodies. There's usually a small cellophane bag that will have a collection of all the small items in there. So we'll start with that. And we have quite a few things. I think this card is beautiful, this little thank you card. So we just have this really pretty black and white floral image, and it says Conquer. We have a magnetic planner clip, and this is a similar one to, I think it was the September subscription box. We got one like this. It was in the burgundy color then, and this is this new allegedly gray color. So I don't know how well that's showing up on camera, especially because I'm kind of losing this afternoon light, but it's this beautiful sort of steel gray or charcoal gray. I'm gonna slide it through this little page here, but these, I really like these planner clips. They're very strong, this magnetic, and it works great to put around, you know, a collection of pages that you're trying to hold together, a bookmark. I've even used it just to keep track of a couple of receipts that I had tucked in my purse until I got home and was ready to put those in my budgeting system. So that's cool to get that magnetic planner clip in the allegedly gray. They have quite a few things in the shop now that are coming in the allegedly gray. Right now, I think there's a cover in the February subscription box. They were sneak peeking some items, so that's cool to get something else, just another little accessory in that color, because I haven't gotten anything yet, so it's fun to see that. Then we have, this is the transparent sticky notes, and these are a clear sticky note, so I think this is really cool. It looks like about a third of the sticky note has the sticky part, if you can see that there, and then it's just going to be that transparent square. So I think this is really cool because these will work, I'm pretty sure, in the monthly box of the new monthly set of inserts I just purchased. It's their new design where the month calendar is really spread and taking up the whole page. And so that'll be nice because if I'm moving things around or have deadlines and you want to just be able to transfer it around, and if you're not sure where it's going to land, then those sticky notes will come in handy. And with this transparent style sticky note, you do need an oil-based pen. So we've gotten one before. It was a uni pen, and I believe in last month's subscription box, the pen we got in that also will work on there. So that's cool to have that. We have two little decorative cards here, quote cards. One says, "We cannot become what we want by remaining where we are," and that's by Max Dupree. And the other one says, "It's on." And I like that. Those are both just kind of inspiring and motivating as we get into the new year. And then one of my favorite markers to use in my planner, the mild liner, and I actually needed a new red one because mine has dried up. I've used it so much. So this is the chisel tip style, and it has the finer tip on the one side. So this will be good just to kind of boost back into my planning since I was getting low on the one that I had. And this is a great little collection of the smaller items to get started with. Next, this is something I was so excited. I did not take it out of the box. I knew what it was, but I wanted to wait and actually unbox it with you. So this is a calculator. Since the month of January, we're focusing on our finances and our budgeting. So look at how beautiful this is. It's got the little grippies on there, and it's gonna sit on the desk and just be this gorgeous, it's probably got to charge for a minute because it's been off and in a package, but this gorgeous decorative gold. It's so shiny and it will be so fun to be able to use that. All right, there we go. Just had to push the on button. It does look like mine has some, I think this might be a spray glue or something that's kind of marred the finish, which is a little disappointing because other than that, it's super reflective and shiny, but it'll still be great to use. It just feels very fancy to have this shiny little calculator. So that's a fun little accessory that we've got in the January box this month. Next, we have some dashboards. So we have this beautiful vellum that says "A New Era of Me," and look how pretty that is and elegant, layered over this butterfly cardstock dashboard. And this has got a really nice finish on it. It feels sturdy. It is just cardstock, but it almost feels like it has an extra finish to it. So I think that's just a really elegant and sophisticated look to add into the planner as we're getting into the new month and a new year. And this is a watercolor as well, and it's another beautiful image that would layer just as nicely with that vellum over the top. So I'm definitely leaning toward the butterfly, so you have to let me know in the comments, are you team watercolor or team butterfly, and see which one is the more popular one. But I think that's going to be really pretty to have as a new element in my planner this month. Next, we have a set of dashboards with 3 elements to them, and I really like that they've been adding these dashboard collections over the last several months. It's just been fun to have this extra little set of checklists, and there's usually a couple of different areas of life that it touches. So we have one here that's an affirmations of wealth checklist or just list. So that's one cardstock. These, the last couple of times that they've done these, they are just blank on the back. And I like that too because they've become a little more universal. They're not tied to a certain month or a certain theme, and they could just be tucked in wherever. Then we have a reading list, self-improvement for 2024. So these are some books. I've read some of these. I've read the Atomic Habits book, and I have The Power of Now, but I've never read it. So that's one that would be fun to be able to go through here and check some of these things off. And I also have The Four Agreements, and I haven't read that. So this is cool. Some of these books I've never heard of, so that's a nice little addition to have that reading list. And then we have a financial wellness checklist as well. So these have all kinds of areas of life as far as your financial wellness is concerned, so you can go through and check those off. So this is another good collection to have in my planner as we're setting up for a new year. Next, we have a debt tracker, and I think this is laid out and really smartly designed. So we have a list of your debt on the left. You can list the APR and then the 3 months of the quarter, and we have each of the quarters. So we have quarter 1 with notes on the back, quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4, and then on the back it's notes for all 4 of those. So that's really cool because you could make notes about maybe certain things that happened in the quarter that affected your finances, or just maybe notes about the future quarter if you want to remember that there's maybe certain bills that come up annually or quarterly, and you can keep track of those as well. Then we have these monthly budget inserts, and I have used a couple different versions of their monthly budgeting inserts. I think the one I have I liked, but the only size I could get it in was the personal size, so it's a little bit smaller than what I typically use, which is the classic size. So I'm really excited to have these to try out, and I think these are even more of a streamlined design where it's just very simple how it's laid out and easy to use. So you have your expected income, the date, and what you actually received, and a total line there. Expected bills, so this is going to be your categories that you're going to be budgeting, and there's a line to add that. Remainder to budget equals the income minus your bills, and then a place for savings. And then down at the bottom, you have your expected amount remaining for the month. So I think this is just a really simple design. It's easy to use. It does give you plenty of room if you're a household like mine, where we have a couple of different multiple income sources. I have my Jordan Essentials business. I have my husband's income. I have some of my side jobs and smaller jobs. So I do normally have that problem. If it's a basic budgeting design page, then it sometimes doesn't give me enough places for all the possible income sources I could have. Some of them are paid weekly, some of them are paid once a month. So it just helps to have a little more space for things like that. Then we have a bill tracker. So we have this horizontal design where you list your bills, whether or not it's auto pay. And then I didn't realize, I think the last time around when I was using one of her bill trackers, I didn't realize this, but Jane mentioned it in a recent, it was either the unboxing or one of her planner live videos, but she was saying that intended purpose for these columns is to write what the actual bill amount is. So I think that's helpful too, because you could put the type of bill and the expected amount, but then it's good to note as you go through each month, especially things like utilities. You know, if your electricity goes higher in some months, lower in other months, then you could note that. So we have the 6 months on one side and then the other 6 months on the back of that page. Then you have a place for your reoccurring bills. So this is good as well if you're just wanting to start out with your basic starting list of bills that you know are going to be coming each month. Then you have a place for that. Well, friends, it's a new day because I had some technical difficulties and got pulled away from my desk yesterday. So welcome to Sunday, and we'll continue where we left off. We were reviewing these bill tracker and reoccurring bill inserts. So we're going to have these double-sided reoccurring bills where you can keep track of your monthly bills. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. So we have enough for 6 months of the year. And I think this is a really useful insert, and it's simple in its design and function. So I think that's going to be really good to add to my collection as well as I'm setting things up for the new year. And then we have a really handy set of top tab dividers, and these have the labels already on them. So we have budget, expenses, and debt, and these are that heavier plastic. They're not quite as heavy as the glass divider tabs that are in the Jane's Agenda shop, or they were. I'm not sure if they're currently in there, but I have some of those, and they are a little bit thicker gauge on the plastic. So these are a little bit thinner, but I like these because I think they work just as well and they don't bulk up the planner quite as much. So I'm really happy to have these pre-labeled ones. I think those are just going to be really useful to have on hand and make it nice when I'm setting things up just to grab those and just easily set up that whole financial section of my planner. So we've got all those inserts and dividers there. Now we're going to get into some of the monthly cover club things. So we have this beautiful Flourish butterfly page finder, and this has the little plastic on the back, which there was something a month or two ago which I didn't even realize it had plastic on it until after I'd used it for a little while. So now I'm trying to make sure I pay attention whenever I'm getting things that are in this clear acrylic, so I know if I've got it all set and ready to go for my planner. That's pretty good. Get a few of those little stragglers. So there we have that beautiful clear acrylic, and you can see it's got that flourish design. So look at that with our vellum. It just coordinates really nicely. And of course, the piece de resistance for this collection is the monthly cover club, and this one is the same way. This is going to have that little backing on it. So let's go ahead and take this off so we can really get the full effect of this beautiful clear acrylic cover. So I'll get these tabs later. I just want to show you. So there is our beautiful dashboard with the peacock on it. And then we have the clear acrylic cover that says 2024. And down on the bottom, we have a quote from Lao Tzu, which says, "What the caterpillar calls the end, the rest of the world calls a butterfly." So I think that is just phenomenal. It's a gorgeous, sophisticated, elegant collection. I'm really excited to start setting up my planner for the new year and really diving into just that fresh start that we get with the start of a new year. We're going to take this one off as well. There we go. And on the back, we have another quote. This is a Neil Gaiman quote. "I hope that in this year to come, you make mistakes, because if you are making mistakes, then you are making new things. Trying new things, learning, living, pushing yourself, changing your world. You're doing things you've never done before, and more importantly, you're doing something." So that is the back of our planner cover set. And I get the option with the elastic ribbon, so that way I can easily keep my planner closed. So that will slide over like that. And I think that's gorgeous with that sort of mocha brown color on the elastic ribbon. So we have that beautiful page finder with the flourish, and we have our financial inserts, our top tabs, our beautiful calculator, and just a lovely collection to start off the new year. So thanks for joining me. I hope that was fun for you to see what came in the Jane's Agenda Deluxe subscription box for the month of January 2024. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you're excited about as we start this new year and wrap up the holiday season. I'm wishing you a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and all good things to come. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button down below, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.